is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, we're on part 2 of Ultraman. Now, don't normally do this, especially for like 70-11 characters. I usually just do like one shot all the way through. But Ultraman was kind of confusing me, to be quite frank with you. I didn't know exactly what to do with him. I didn't know exactly how he was performing. I saw potential. Then I was like, but I see some downside. I see some things that aren't working. So what do I do? So after I've played with him a little bit, he's been useful in Siege for me recently. And here's the thing. So this is basically Emperor Gang. He's on my podcast. He's on my YouTube videos when I do the Riddle Me This, which we need to do one of those soon, right? If you have questions for Riddle Me This and questions about DC Legends, please put them in the comment section below and we'll try to answer your questions. Did my voice just crack like I'm a 13-year-old boy? Anyway, so he came up with something that actually was like a pretty good bit of advice. But before I get into that, I drop DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Raid Shadow Legends videos every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Marvel Future Revolution videos. I mean, I'm plopping them in there somewhere. I'm still trying to figure the game out myself. So, but it's actually been kind of fun, and I've actually figured out a few things. Let me stop talking about that. So please like, please subscribe. And if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Now, Emperor Gang brought up a very, very good point. And it was basically, if he's so niche that I was actually, like in the previous video, I was looking for teams to go against because I wanted to try out his transfer debuff ability. I really wanted to see how that performed. And he was like, if he's so niche that you're having to try to find teams to make him work, then is it really worth investing in him? And that was a very, very good point to me. Like that made a lot of sense. Then I came up with this other thing, like right before the video, as I was looking into it, I was like, I saw that I had some spaces and some blue rings here. And I was like, okay, so I've been playing with him for the last couple of days, just in and out. What I will say is that he is a good taunter. Great? No. There are better ones? Yes. He's good. But the other side of it is, then does that mean that I want to invest more blue rings in him? Like, because blue rings, everyone knows, is scared. Well, yeah, no, the scarcest resource in the game. And am I willing to put the scarcest resource in the game into him because I see myself using him a lot? And I think the ultimate answer to that is no. I mean, for fun, yes, he's enjoyable. But see here, these abilities will make him better. However, what's the better of this better? So for example, add one more debuff to transfer. So he'll transfer 5 instead of 4. That's good, better, but not like, ooh, oh my God, it's changing who he is. The biggest debate I have actually is his A2. I think his A2 is really, really good. Where he gains taunt 2, well, he would gain 3 int ups, he would gain 4 stamina ups, he would gain 4 mins. So I think that ability is really, really good. That's an ability that I would ring out. His last one I would ring out because 10% damage is worth 8 rings to me, as I've said like 1,000 times. But when it comes down to it, despite the fact that I think he's a good taunter, I'm not going to put more blue rings into him. I'm not going to put any more purple essence into him because his other 2 abilities just don't warrant that for me. So at the end of the day, my personal view is I think he's a good taunter. I think he's like C plus B minus tier, maybe even just like a straight B tier. His ability to transfer debuffs is actually a thing that is secondary. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the main feature of his kit now that I look at it. It's the main thing that got me excited, but it almost feels as though you can't go into a battle thinking that that's what you're going to use, right? He's a turn 0 taunter, which I'm always a fan of turn 0 taunters. What week are we? Today is Wednesday, right? So I do like him. I got Steel up to 70-11 too. I'm liking him a lot. Can't wait to make a video on him. But so let's go ahead and do it this way. So if I go ahead and put him in now, how would I want to build around him? Well, I do want the taunt. Now I'm picking Red Hood because Red Hood gives bleeds. So that means when I hit him with the A1, that he's going to give those bleeds back. I'm putting Cheetah in for the speed, even though maybe I shouldn't even do that. He works great under Lex, which special damage tune doesn't. But one issue that I did have is I met one of those White Lantern Sinestro teams, a Cersei thing. And at a certain point, he was getting debuffed at such a high rate that he was going to need assistance in order to make it through the whole thing. He, let's see, let me try to find a villain here. A villain that can take care of Black Flash. Wonder who to go with there. So at a certain point, and let's see, we have the energy. So let's do one more physical. One more physical. Why not? They're supposed to rock together, right? In fact, let's just do the whole syndicate. Why not? All right, let's have some fun because this is more fun than actually instructional. He works great under Lex, but when I went up against that team, it was clear that he was going to need some help because I couldn't even get him to have a turn in order for him to transfer his debuffs. You know what I mean? Like it was so iffy there that I didn't get a chance to even transfer anything. Now let me go ahead and, can I take out Black Flash here? Boom, that works. Let's keep the taunt on him. But as a straight up taunter, he's actually pretty good. I think Superwoman's gonna take out a lot of these people. As a straight up taunter, I mean, he's good. There are worse options out there. He has good survivability. He's not even gonna get a turn. He's not even gonna get a turn to throw that back. He's a good taunter. I think he's good. I keep saying that over and over and over again because I think that's the main thing that he brings. He brings some pretty decent damage, above average damage, I would say, but nothing to really write home about. In terms of where he fits, there are enough energy taunters floating around out there that I don't care about him. If I were going to pick a taunter, he would probably be like maybe even 4th or 5th on the list in terms of just energy taunters. Like I'm picking Clayface over him. I'm picking Power Girl over him. Clayface is available in the PvP store right now. Power Girl is farmable all over the place. I think she's even like the board clear reward for this month. Me just calling him a good taunter, and now look at him. Done. Cheetah hits hard as hell though, so I can't really blame him on that one. That was a kind of a setup to fail situation. But I mean, I think the level of where I would put him at in terms of a taunter is probably right at Chemo. Like Chemo is a good taunter, but you need to put him in a specific composition for him to work. And I'm not when I'm looking for a taunter, I'm not thinking Chemo. That's why it took me a while to think of him. Truth be told, I think I like Steel more as an energy taunter than I like him. And my Steel is only L2, and I just got him 70-11, but his A3 hits like it's pretty good. So, the way I feel about him, let's see. I'm looking for teams with debuffers now, which this isn't a good idea anyway, seeing as how that was all Mystic. Let's see who we have here. Also not a good idea, at least for what I want. I think he would be okay in that comp, but you have Supergirl in there. That's going to be a problem. Now, the way I'm evaluating these teams before I give anything else, when I was evaluating those teams, it had nothing to do with the fact that I don't think he would be able to handle it. It was more along the lines of I wouldn't bring an energy taunter into that composition or into that fight to begin with. So that's why I was saying no to those. But whatever. We'll do this. I'm the way that I'm feeling about Ultraman. He is improved from what he was before. His HP pool could be a bit deeper, but it's not the worst in the world. He is a decent taunter. He works best under Lex. Um, he hits decently hard. There goes my cheetah. He hits decently hard, or I would say above average. Uh, if you're looking for him, or if you like him as a outright tune and see how he's stunned, and stun isn't exactly something you can transfer, right? Um, as an outright tune, I do like him. I do think he has his place. But am I telling you to invest in him? Only if you are, put it this way, if you're in game, yes, it's worth it. For fun. He's fun. If you're in the beginning of the game, get his frags. Don't ever not get the frags. Some people misunderstand me when I say this stuff. Get the frags, get the frags, get the frags. However, should you invest in them immediately? There are better energy taunters that are available to you right now. And the first one on the list should be Power Girl, especially if you're early to mid game, because Power Girl is a beast early to mid game. She's good in game. She's still viable in game, but she is a beast. She is an absolute beast early to mid game. So that would be my verdict on him, is that he is, when it's all said and done, a good, not great taunter. He has his place. You can use him. You can use him if you want to mix things up. If you're getting bored with the game and you want to like just toss in something else, you can use him there. But he's not going to be, he's not going to change your account. He's not going to change anything for you. He's going to be fun, but he is not going to be a huge difference maker. Let's go ahead, because good God, Barda has been driving me up a wall lately. You people, and honestly, I say you people, I've been doing it too, but it's infuriating. So I'm just going to drop Black Manta in there. Now, he should succeed against this composition. Why? Black Mask gives strength downs. That won't affect his damage because he's special damage. So I should be able to crack open Barda's skull. Let's see, is there anyone I can put in there to hit hard enough to do it? Let me go ahead and put Arcus in there. He's not a villain, but what you want from me? Arcus is an alien hero. So let's run with that. And this will be the last one. I guess the more I talk about him, I think the more I'm thinking he's just a C. I think he's just a C. He's good, not great. And I think in order for him to be a good taunter, he does have a deep HP pool, or not deep as Barda's or Clayface or Grundy's or Steel's, but he is good. But you have a lot of better options out there, from in game to mid game to the very beginning. If you're looking for an energy taunter, then you want to go ahead and go for, let me see, can I take out Barda here? You want to go ahead and get your Power Girl set up. You want to go ahead and get your Clayface set up. Even Chemo, if you're looking for someone that you can level up relatively easily and quickly and get frags for consistently on a consistent basis. Yeah, I don't know that. Okay, so here's a transfer that's gonna come over. So, and that's nice. That is nice. That's nice to have. And she should have a bunch of bleeds right now because of changing the men's to bleeds. Thank you for that, Black Manta. All right. Let's buff so we can heal some folks. Arcus again. So, let's see here. Do I want to, let's take out Zod. Zod is actually cracking skulls over here. So let me go ahead and take him out if I can. I think his A3 hits really hard. Ooh, those are the debuffs. And I mean, I'm going ooey to the debuffs, but the villains on this team are transferring debuffs over. So yeah, there goes Black Manta. Let's transfer these over at minimum. Boom, we transferred those. Arcus won't be able to take out Black Mask because he's got that buff immunity. But as I said, and I can't buff because of that, so let's just go ahead and well, yeah, that'll kill him. All right, so at the end of the day, I think he's good, not great. As I've said 100 times in this video already. I think there are better tunes to invest in. He is far from trash, but he's definitely not anything above a C tier, the more I think about it. C plus B minus tops. So, in any case, that's my verdict on Ultraman. Hate that it took 2 parts to figure that out, but it is what it is. In any case, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.